Hey, what's going on everyone? Chris from Blu-ray Critic, and on today's update, thought I'd show you guys my Disney Blu-ray collection. And I'm going to be talking about the classic films, although the Marvel films that were produced under Disney, but these are just strictly on the classic Disney films. And sorry if the lighting's kind of weird. This room has weird lighting, so I'm using a variety of different lights to get the best lighting possible. So we got the Diamond Edition of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the first Disney Blu-ray release of the classic film. Then we got the Snow White Seven Dwarfs, the Walt Disney Signature Collection, which this one was released in the first quarter of 2016. Also picked up the 2-disc Platinum Edition of Pinocchio, one of my favorites. And I got this from a third-party seller, that's why there's no slip, but I'm out on the hunt for that, so I got to pick that up. And same thing, I need a slip for Fantasia, great set of double films there. Also picked up The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. They have a double bill of this one with Fun and Fancy free, but I like cases to be on its own, for each film to have its own case. But a very underrated film. Really enjoy that one. Also have Cinderella, which I was finally able to obtain the slip from a third-party seller recently. Also picked up Alice in Wonderland, another underrated classic, which I absolutely adore this one. And we got Peter Pan, one of my favorites from Disney. And the sequel, which is Return to Neverland. This one was okay, not great, but at least it continues the story of Peter Pan, so I had to pick that up. I actually got this one recently, within the last couple of weeks or so. And Lady and the Tramp, another great classic. Also Sleeping Beauty, another great film, 2-disc Platinum Edition, as well as the Diamond Edition. That was recently released about, I would say, a year and a half ago. Also, 101 Dalmatians, another fun film, very underrated. But it's fairly popular, but not as famous as, the other ones. So we got Sword in the Stone. I need a slip for this one. And actually, my dad's friend worked on this film. He also worked on 101 Dalmatians. He was one of the original animation artists over at Walt Disney Studios in Burbank. And Mary Poppins, another fun film. Got Jungle Book, classic. This is my all-time favorite Disney film. We got the sequel, Haley Joel Osment and John Goodman. This one was okay. It was just rushed, and I didn't really care for the animation style as much compared to the first one. And of course, I got the live-action version, which they recently announced the 3D edition of this one. So yeah, so this was just a really beautiful film, and the whole film was shot actually on a soundstage in downtown LA, but when you watch it, you think you're somewhere in the jungles of India, which is beautifully made. Alright, and on this side we got another great classic film, very underrated, Disney's Robin Hood. Let me set this one on top here. And then we got the Aristocats, another fun film, really enjoy that one. Again, another underrated one. And there's other films that people are going to wonder why I don't have in my collection, like Bambi and also Dumbo. They're great films, but it's just not my cup of tea, to be honest. I never really care for the story. It's kind of depressing and sad, so I'm not really into those type of films as much. But maybe one day if I see it for a really low price, I'll pick it up, but I don't really care for those two. So I got also, of course, The Little Mermaid, the first edition, the Diamond Edition of Beauty and the Beast, which I highly recommend. None of the classic features from this first edition were ported over to the recently released Walt Disney Signature Collection. You get new bonus material, but none of the classic stuff. So definitely, if you still have the original one, the original release, hang on to it. So we got Aladdin. This is my second favorite Disney film. I got the double feature for Aladdin, King of Thieves, and also Return of Jafar. They're great, classic films. They're basically like straight to DVD films. I remember getting these back in the early 90s, but always enjoy those. I got the 3D edition of Nightmare Before Christmas. Love this film from Tim Burton. And we got The Lion King, another fantastic film, and this is probably, many consider this to be the best Disney film, but I enjoy this one. It's definitely my top 5. Let me move this one over slightly there. Of course, we got the Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, and Toy Story 4 is coming soon. They're working on it, so definitely looking forward to that. Treasure Planet, very underrated. This one wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Gotta get a slip for this one, if it even exists, because I actually got this from the Disney Movie Rewards Club. And we got Ratatouille. I'll flip it over on this end. Love this film, man. Great Pixar movie. We got the 3D edition of Christmas Carol from Robert Zemeckis. Fantastic job with Jim Carrey playing Mr. Scrooge. Meet the Robinsons. This one's okay. Princess and the Frog. I mean, this one's okay. It's not bad. Got to get this slip for this one too, because I actually got this from the Movie Rewards Club as well. Brave, which is another great Pixar film, very underrated. We got Tim Allen and the Santa Claus. And I recently picked up a couple more from Disney. We got Saving Mr. Banks. This is the story about Mary Poppins, and Tom Hanks plays a great Walt Disney. Highly recommend this one if you haven't seen it yet. And also Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Actually, I haven't seen this one since the elementary days, so looking forward to revisiting this one. And this is a great companion piece to Mary Poppins, so another fun film. So that's basically it, guys, as far as my Disney classic films. I'm more of a fan of these older films than some of the latest stuff. Some of the comedy bits, I mean, it's okay, but I grew up watching the classics. I just tend to appreciate these more. But if I see the newest ones from Pixar or some of those other ones, I'll probably pick it up if it's a good price. I still got to get Fox and the Hound, and also a couple other Pixar films like Up and Oliver and Company, which I got to pick up as well. And yeah, a couple here and there. But yeah, that's mainly it. So thanks for taking a look at this update of my Disney Blu-ray collection, and I'll see you guys soon in my next update. Take care.